National politics continues to face deepening crisis as the chairman duo of the ruling Nepal Communist Party have failed to arrive at a consensus. Even as there has been a resurgent effort to save the party from a possible split, a desired consensus in the party has remained elusive. However, the party's standing committee meeting has been deferred until tomorrow with efforts to settle down disputes within the ruling party. Good morning, I am Bipashna Tamang and these are the headlines of the hour. The standing committee meeting of the ruling NCP deferred until tomorrow in a bid to continue efforts to settle down the inter-party political dispute. Leaders from the ruling party dissatisfied over the Chinese ambassador's active involvement in the inter-party political crisis. Leaders say foreign interference in the country's politics not acceptable. Kathmandu Valley records the highest single-day spike of 54 new COVID-19 cases yesterday, 180 new cases recorded in the country. Infection tally reaches 15,964. And Tottenham Hotspurs defeat Everton 1-0 at the English Premier League. Michael Keane's unfortunate own goal, the only goal of the match. The efforts to end the ongoing internal political crisis within the ruling Nepal Communist Party since 2 weeks seems to have started. However, it is still not clear how the party would manage the power tussle and dissatisfaction seen within the party. Leaders have claimed that the chairman duo, Prime Minister Sharma Oli and Executive Chairman Pushpa Kamal Dahal during their one-on-one meeting yesterday discussed over the issues of differences. At a time when it was reported that the ruling Nepal Communist Party was at the verge of the split, the party's top leaders have expedited in discussions to seek a way out from the ongoing wrangling. The chairman duo held a one-on-one meeting for almost 1.5 hours at the Prime Minister's official residence in Balwata yesterday, and according to a source close to Executive Chairman Dahal, both the leaders discussed on the disputed issues. According to party leaders, the postponement of the standing committee meeting until Wednesday in a bid to continue efforts to settle down the inter-party political dispute is moving on a positive track. Executive Chairman Dahal, who was seeking for the resignation of Prime Minister Oli from both the posts of Premiership and Chairman, is now pursuing Premier Oli to step down from the post of the Prime Minister. Executive Chairman Dahal is said not to be ready for other alternatives. However, Prime Minister Oli is still not in the mood to step down from both the posts and has clearly stated that he could opt for possessing less rights of the chairmanship. The Oli-led faction reiterated that the ongoing rift is more of a power-sharing issue than ideology, one for which Prime Minister Oli could not accept to quit either of the posts. Leaders from the then CPN-UML who were supporting Executive Chairman Dahal are skeptical of him as he invited only leaders from the then CPN Maoist Centre, Janardhan Sharma and Barshaman Pun, during his meeting with the Prime Minister. Earlier also, both the chairmen had held a one-on-one meeting to settle issues which senior leader Nepal had criticized. Even a few leaders from the Dahal faction have distrust over the leaders from the former CPN-UML, including Chalanath Khanal and Bamdev Gautam, provided they might reach a consensus point with Prime Minister Oli. However, the positive efforts between the two chairmen have exhibited the possibility of sharing for an agreement and avoid the split for the time being. The meeting between China's ambassador to Nepal, Hao Yanqi, and a senior leader of the ruling Nepal Communist Party, Madhav Kumar Nepal, held on Sunday evening has brought a new political wave in the country. The active involvement of a diplomat in the context of internal political dispute of a particular party has heightened dissatisfaction among the leaders of the party itself. We have more in this report.
The meeting between Chinese ambassador to Nepal, Hao Yanqi, and senior leader Madhav Kumar Nepal has been dragged into controversy within the ruling Nepal Communist Party itself, terming it as against diplomatic norms at a time when the party has been in an internal political crisis. Expressing dissatisfaction over Sunday evening's meeting, party spokesperson Naran Kaji Shrestha said that foreign interference in the country's internal affairs would not be acceptable. It has been learned that the meeting between envoy Yang Chi and leader Nepal centered on the conflicts within the ruling Nepal Communist Party. The meeting has made an impact in the party's standing committee meeting, which has been deferred until Wednesday, while efforts are underway to settle the ongoing rift between the two chairmen. It is not the first time the Chinese ambassador has been involved in resolving the ruling party's internal political crisis. In May, the Chinese envoy met the party's top leadership, including Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli. Ambassador Yang Chi has been dragged into controversy for her active involvement in Nepalese politics. Earlier, leaders of the ruling Nepal Communist Party and the Chinese Communist Party had virtual dialogues regarding the party and the country. During the virtual meeting, the Chinese side suggested the ruling party's leadership to move ahead together. Party's executive chairman Pushpa Kamal Dahal, along with Secretariat Committee members and a few cabinet ministers, were present in the virtual meeting. Prior to the visit of Chinese President Xi Jinping to Nepal in October last year, a few leaders of the Nepal Communist Party participated in a training session in the capital. Following the training, a memorandum of understanding was signed to establish friendly relations between the two parties. Indian authorities have always criticized China's involvement in the internal affairs of Nepal. The recent involvement of the northern neighbor in the internal politics of the country has proved its increasing interest in Nepalese politics. The unnecessary interest exhibited by both the neighbors in Nepal's internal affairs is a subject of worry for the country.
The number of COVID-19 cases in the Kathmandu Valley has been consistently increasing as 54 new cases were reported yesterday alone in the valley. Speaking at the regular press meet yesterday afternoon, spokesperson for the Health Ministry, Dr. Jageshwar Gautam, informed that 24 new cases were registered in Kathmandu, 20 in Lalitpur and 10 in Bhaktapur. Meanwhile, 180 new cases were confirmed in the country yesterday, taking the COVID-19 tally to 15,964. According to the Health Ministry, a total of 4,721 samples were tested through the PCR method yesterday, taking the total number of tests to 255,728. Meanwhile, 264 individuals have been discharged from different isolation centers. With this, a total of 6,811 individuals have been discharged from different hospitals after full recovery. The Health Ministry also informed that there are 9,118 active cases of COVID-19 in Nepal, while 29,215 individuals are in different quarantine centers across the country. Meanwhile, one more death has been confirmed in the country as a 29-year-old man from Baglung district succumbed to the virus. According to the ministry, the man who had recently returned from India died in quarantine on Saturday. His sample report came out positive on Sunday. With this, the total number of deaths in the country due to COVID-19 has climbed to 35. As the number of COVID-19 cases in the country has been increasing in recent days, the Home Ministry has directed security institutions and all administrative officers of the government to enforce stricter measures of the lockdown. The Home Ministry has warned of strict action against those who defy the lockdown measures. The ministry has issued a statement saying that people who go out for important works should mandatorily wear face masks. The ministry has also advised people to stay at home and take necessary health precautions to contain the spread of COVID-19. The Home Ministry has stated that it came up with the decision to strictly implement the lockdown measures as the risk of COVID-19 spread is increasing with the rising number of cases in the country. The Home Ministry has made it clear that people defying the ongoing lockdown would be prosecuted according to the Infectious Disease Act 2020. In our Public Voice segment, we had asked the locals of Dhading district why have conflicts emerged time and again among leaders within a political party. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
जो पावरमा पुगेछ जो सभापति छ सबै काम एकलौटी गर्नुपर्ने कार्यविभाजन नगर्ने कार्यविभाजन हुने भने यो राजनीतिमा कहिले पनि यो पार्टीहरु खुदको स्थिति आउँदैन
अरुको इशारामा बाह्य छिमेकी देशहरुको इशारामा चाहिँ चल्नुको कारणले गर्दाखेरि यो चाहिँ राजनीतिक खिचातानीहरू फुट्ने जोडिने एकता हुने नहुने भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ त्यसमा भर परेको जस्तो लाग्छ।
यो नेतृत्व वर्गहरुमा चाहिँ एक आपसमा विश्वासको कमीको कारणले हुन्छ। एउटा चाहिँ जसले चाहिँ पदीय हिसाबमा आफ्नो नेतृत्व गरेर अगाडि बढेको छ उसले चाहिँ आफ्नो लागि मात्रै सोच्छ, त्यसको लागि सोचेन हैन।
अविश्वास उत्पन्न हुनु र एकले अर्काको अस्तित्व चाहिँ स्वीकार नगर्नु पनि समस्या हो।
सैद्धान्तिक हिसाबले भन्दा पनि अब दलीय स्वार्थ, व्यक्तिगत स्वार्थ र गुटगत स्वार्थको कारणले चाहिँ अहिले यो समस्या आइरहेको छ जस्तो लाग्छ।
आफ्नो अनुकूलता, आफ्नो अडान नछाड्ने, आफूले जे भनेको छ त्यो हुनपर्ने, त्यही भएको कारणले यो सङ्गठनमा पनि विभिन्न पार्टीको जुनसुकै पार्टीको पनि यो बीचबीचमा फुट्ने जुट्ने हुने कारण मुख्य उद्देश्य भने नै यही हो।
व्यक्तिगत स्वार्थ पुरा हुने अनि व्यक्तिगत स्वार्थ पुरा भइसकेपछि एउटालाई त्यो स्वार्थ पुरा गरिदिने र अनि त्यो छोडिदिसकेपछि अनि फेरि अर्को टिम बनाउने।
It's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
And here's the question: why have financial irregularities increased in associations affiliated to National Sports Council? Your options are: option A, lack of concept of good governance; option B, corrupt leadership; and option C, feeble monitoring. The voting is on. Type any WS, select your options A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And time now for the sports update. Michael Keane's unfortunate own goal gave Tottenham Hotspur a 1-0 win over Everton at the English Premier League. In the match played at Tottenham's home ground last night, Keane scored an own goal in the 24th minute to give Tottenham a 1-0 lead. Tottenham, who defended well for the most part, found their rhythm after a shaky start and looked threatening on the break. They also had the two best players, Giovanni Lo Celso and Harry Kane, on the pitch. Lo Celso was the difference in midfield, adapting better than anyone to the game's scrappy, broken tempo and yet still finding time to play more passes. Kane barely had a sight of goal all night, but was Tottenham's most creative presence in the team. With the win, Tottenham have climbed to the 8th spot of the league table with 48 points from 33 matches. Meanwhile, Everton remain in the 11th spot with 44 points from 33 matches. And that's all for the moment. Keep watching Kantipur Television HD for more news and entertainment. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.